Good evening, everyone. How are you? Hope you're well. Hopefully, you can hear us clearly. If you can't, just give me a thumbs up. As you can see, we've got the amazing Mr. Everyone like we call him, Dede Mabiaku, in the building. As all of you have been telling me, oh, please let me know when he's on. This is it. We're live and direct on Just for Kemz Couch Conversations. Any other is account of it. And today we're going to have a very fantastic conversation. So please make sure you share with all your friends, your family, everybody, because this is going to be very educative to all of you. I can see all of you, but I can't see the names, but I'm just going to say hello and good evening. All right, so what we're going to do is kickstart by just doing a little intro. And the only person that can really welcome himself is Mr. Dede. But on behalf of all Just Weekends fans, family, friends, we would like to welcome Mr. Dede Mabiaku.
Well, thank you. Well, I beg me, I don't like that Mr. Just Dede. You know what I mean? Pleasure being here.
Yeah, honestly, I really wanted to do this because, like I said, we have things that happen. We even spoke on my radio show that the legends, it's almost like we're forgetting about the legends because the new ones. But guess what? We needed the legends to get to where we are today. So this is why this conversation is being held, okay? For those who might be discovering you for the first time, how would you describe Dede Mabiaku in your own words?
That's difficult. Dede, just a people servant, a simple African on a journey of peace and loads of happiness, but with a focus towards reality and the goodness of us as a people and the world at large. And using music as a tool to propagate that drive has been joy for me.
Wow, that's very touching. I think he's still being humble because he has a lot of in-depth conversations that we're going to have tonight. But we love that. So you've been deeply rooted in Afrobeat culture for decades, literally, okay? What first drew you into music and made you realize this was your calling?
That's a long time question. I never even realized I was drawn into it when I was in it. Because at the very young age, the primary school days, I was part of that Boys Brigade band. And we always liked singing, it was fun. I got into the secondary school, Federal Government College, Bury, and I was part of the school choir. I was part of the school band also. We had a band in school called the Mel Beats.
Wow.
But I still didn't even realize I was being drawn into music. I was part of a group of boys in school then that called ourselves the Fella Boys. Some of them are still alive today. Nicholas Spieth. I even remember that one of them even just came back to Nigeria not too long ago. We're calling ourselves the Fella Boys. I didn't even realize I was being drawn into anything called music. Fella music we like to listen to for secondary school at that time, so it was fun.
It was part of your
journey. Yeah, it was just part of us, not anything. I didn't really realize. I went to the university. I was part of a band again. It's my life.
Wow.
It was called the Sonics Band. And we had shows, which was nice. We entertained the people. But, seriously speaking, I didn't even, at that time, still even realize I was being drawn into music really, because I was studying theater arts and I was thinking, my focus would be film, television, and all that kind of thing, change the scenario, but slowly I was being drawn to cultural things. Then I left the university. I went to do my youth service, where I got post me go again. They got post me go recording company.
So that music was your calling, really. You just didn't know it.
So I worked in a recording company in Owerri called La Bamba Records. I even worked a little bit with Charlie Boy at that time in Oguta. He had a studio in Oguta. So it just started that way.
Wow.
And I left my youth service, came to Lagos, was working as a full-time actor. And we just did the groove, the rock, the go. Then we used to, go to Jazz 38, and from there we'll go to the Shrine, where Baba is heading off, when he comes there to play, jazz. So we were going to visit all those places, and then all of a sudden I started even doing things in some other places, like bread and butter, like, then we started a place called Jazzville.
Wow.
With Muyiwa Majagodumi. It was fun, it was just fun, and so the music in me started to grow.
Oh, wow.
And I started taking it a little bit more seriously from then, and then the switch came. Well, here we are.
That's what I said, which is going to lead us into the next question anyway. So you work closely with the legendary Fela Kuti. What was that experience like, and what's one lesson from that era that has stayed with you?
With Fela, yes. I would say I was lucky to have been accepted by him to sit by him, serve him, learn from him, learn with him, learn through him, gain knowledge, essence, values, truth, sincerity, focus from him. Because there I go to school. When I was at university, I thought I was in school. You know what I mean? I went to two universities. I thought I went through school. But when I got to Kalakuta, I met school.
No school met you?
No, I met school at last. Fela, one of the most avid readers you can ever see. Very studious, very deep. Quote me. We'll sit down sometimes 14 hours going through books, journals, repertorials. You see, we talk on topics like history, finance, government, governance, tradition, religion, culture, ethics, values, biology, history, see, all dimensions. Spirituality was a general discourse which was regular. But musicology, I started studying something I never imagined existed. This man will sit down and be scoring his notes. Every song, he sits down and scores, note for note, every instrument.
Wow.
Takes his time to go through, like a monk he was in his room.
Exactly. Oh, wow.
Because he spends about 23 hours sometimes in his bedroom.
Just studying.
Just doing things
within
his own room space.
Interesting.
And he'll just be there, coming up with ideas, discuss. There was never an off moment, comparatively so, because everything was an experience in Kalakuta. So, being there, gaining that knowledge and essence and substance from the master himself was more than music, because Fela is more than music. And that's the truth. So when you say one thing I would take from there, hey, yepa, one.
Quite a few.
There are plenty gone. You find with him sincerity. You find with him honesty, truth, focus, knowledge. Because that man is very knowledgeable.
I can imagine.
Oh, Fela did research. Every morning they bring all the newspapers come house.
Wow.
Early in the morning we'll sit down here, they go to page for page, they check things.
Wow.
The kind of books I met in that place. Many others will tell you about their experiences, because some people even came in at different times. But sitting down in that space with him is too spiritually heavy to mention to anybody. And that's truth.
That's the truth. Because you had to be there in the moment.
Yeah. You see, like me, and like I said to you at the beginning, I'm grateful. Yeah, it's gratitude I have to Abami, you know, for the permission to be able to carry this mission, you know, to be able to understudy philosophy. Important.
That's another university program.
Oh, yo.
OMG. Oh, Lord. But that's what it is. You need to be around somebody who adds value and you add value to the person. And that's why I like the energy that you're bringing towards that at least you being around him is not just one thing. It's quite a few things that you learned over time. A lot, which is fantastic. Now, Afrobeat has evolved globally from Lagos to London to Los Angeles. How do you feel seeing what it has become today?
It's multidimensional for me. There is Afrobeat, and there's Afrobeats.
There's a big difference.
With the S comes the difference. Some people can put anything as the S.
Because it has its own genres, that is subgenres. But Afrobeat
is a way of life. It's not just a music form. It has been belittled for too many years and looked at as a music form. No. It's a grand perception which has not been described to the people to understand. I said philosophy. Because the dogma, the vision, the approach, the attitude of the human that moved with that being called fella has not been properly analyzed and studied. He was hearing the touch of a movement. He was lighting the path of something for the people to see. Carrying the mantle from some sources that had been, but using his own medium. Because you see at the shrine, you say, music is a weapon of the future.
Very powerful.
So he was using the musicology to drive the philosophy, which is a dogma he picked from African-oriented past forebears with ideals and ideas they brought, Nkrumah and the rest of them. Their messages, the truth they have been speaking to us, fighting against neocolonialism, fighting against dehumanization, wanting to bring to light and foreground the values of what our culture, our tradition, and our ethics hold, showing the world the value of power of the music we can carry. But without any airs, just being as simple as he is, letting the world realize that Abeguna, what's the need for all the berry? All it calls for is respect. Respect Africa and Africans. Respect the essence and the value of who and what we are. And so it became that propagation, that tool. But you see, in every movement, there must be some, I call them spoilers, because that's what they call them, Spoiler International.
You heard that? Oh, wow.
The West will not be happy if Africa is united. America will not be happy if Africa is organized and focused. So when you find a fella and a Sankara teaming up together and becoming friends, the West will shake.
Because they don't know what to expect.
No, it will be too much for them. Here is one coming with the political essence. Here is the other coming with the musical force to back it. So then, that moment, people did not realize that the tension was growing. Because the principle of the West is to take out those Africans who they see are putting in the minds of the people a culture of defiance, a mode called Wake Up Africa. They don't like it. So they would use the people who are our people to decimate the situation, destroy as much as possible, bring down as much as possible, fight, and most likely kill these people who are the torchbearers. That's why the Sankaras, the Fellas, and the rest of them were eliminated. That's why many black torchbearers were eliminated. Lumumba, Nkrumah, name them. So, Fela was not leading a music form. He was building a culture. And he has built a culture. And so the culture stands, and it's called Afrobeat. The beat from the heart of the African. The pulse. You see, I think many people have been too, need I say, belittling of the expression of the essence of what F-E-L-A, Fela Anikulapo Kuti represents. So when you're talking about Afrobeat, and you want to compare it to Afrobeats, be careful.
Please tell them. They need to hear it louder.
Be careful.
They need to
I'm
hear
not,
it louder.
see, look guys, don't misread, don't misinterpret what I'm about to say here. I'm not denigrating Afrobeats. I'm just saying Afrobeat, I have just explained what it represents. A culture, a way of life, with messages so heavy, so deep, so true, so sincere, for us all and for the world at large.
Very true.
Now, Afrobeats is a music form that some people have now picked to be able to sieve off a few goodness and some essence from what Fela and the rest of those, but mainly Fela and those around his era had flung out to the world to receive, that the world did not receive the way it should have been receiving. But the world is able to receive now as fast as possible through the phone, thanks to them, Bill Clinton, Freedom of Information Act. Very. So now your story is out there, all our stories are out there. If the fellas were to be here physically at this time that these machines are working, I don't think they would have been able to do what they did to him.
No. I think the world evolved so much from that time.
You know,
and
we sometimes, when some people don't speak the way they need to speak, they lose the value of their sensibilities to reality. Do you know the level of torture, torment, degradation, bastardization, beating, dehumanization meted out on Fela by the so-called, in quote, system? Whose system? Where is the system controlled from? It's the same sequence of events all over the African states. Your leaders, our leaders, must be taken out because the truth must not be spoken to the world to hear the way it needs to be heard. But Afrobeats, let's go there now. The younger generation now are able to reach out to people because this system works now. When they made the phone, the mobile phones, the way they made them and made accessibility a power tool, where instantly you can receive things, they require content.
Yes.
Because you need content to make this machine have essence. The Western world is called the developed world. So they ain't got content. They're just contented.
Real contented, you're right.
But we got content in excess. From where we come, the way we smile is content. The way we dance is content. Eat is content. Our foods is content. Our fashion is content. Our essence is content. Our culture is content.
All the way. All the way.
We are the content the world is receiving now. So, with just a little of the trip of what our children dance to and enjoy, the world is agog. with values of the music from our end of the world. Well, we got content for you.
I love it.
And it is nice, and they're trying.
They're trying.
Oh yeah, they are. But you see, my own point is, I pray that they get more content oriented now. You've now got, young ones, please, I plead with you. You've now gotten the ears and the eyes of a whole lot of people. You don't earn their respect and their regard. They dance to your tune every time now. Oh yeah, begin send them a message. Pain day for ground. Africa is suffering. The hope of the common man is dwindling every day. Why? Not because you claim that the so-called power brokers, there are no power brokers in our land, man. The power brokers are from the West. They just have puppets there, pulling the strings. We are fighting stupid fight with ourselves, fighting against ourselves. The masters want us to do that. Then you start asking questions. Why are you people coming, doing japa? Why are you wait, hold on a second. You call our place the colonies, have you? Where you pack everything from every time you've not stopped. And you call this the metropolis. Abi? Our colony, we are coming to shop out of what you carried. Metropolis, Oshiwo. Be real, man. You don't even give us any room to breathe till tomorrow. And you're complaining? But yet you sink in our doctors. You suck in our nurses. And you still abuse us and tell us that our education is fickle and useless. But who's curing you now? You see it?
The message.
Who is healing you now? It's Africa. Check it out. How many doctors, how many nurses in the whole of America and the whole of Europe come from that part of the world? And you still don't want to have respect for us as a people? The best doctors, best scientists in the world are from where?
Africa.
Sometimes I laugh, you know, when they say this is the first world. Oh yeah, Boba. Yeah, first world. Gang. Who built this world?
Africa.
We did. If now we build this one, how would I take me first? I would have done we build that. Anyway, so what I mean is about time for the generation coming to understand that there are values they need to tap into and start to sell to the world. Using that music which they play now as a propagation, as a tool.
To educate.
To educate. To edutain. You see? Aha!
I like that.
It's time to edutain.
And that's what it is.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
Because they need content. Let's feed them with good contents now. With the reality of how we feel, what the pains are, what the requests are. Let's make that zone, the motherland, a better place to live in. Let them feel alone, you know. Take your hands off. The stranglehold is too much. And these are the things the fellas of this world have been preaching. Nothing else but truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. And I think until we edutainment ourselves, only then would we kind of have more power to instill that information in people and value ourselves more than they value
it starts with us.
Yes.
It starts with us. Because when I see the digression now, those in the so-called diaspora, many of them putting their noses up in the air and acting as if, there is no diaspora, it's one world now. Ebabel. That's why when they come for 30 December and I see so that money get power. But when I forget say when I come back here, when I money don't get shishio, not get any power here.
Back to the grind.
Look, let's be real. If 8 of us go chop now, correct dinner, chop well, buffet, right? But if you too much because the shakis and everything, we go spend like about 1,000 pounds. Yeah? Now, 1,000 pounds. You know how much did that for Naira now? That's 2 million.
Just like
2 million. But you know how many people go feed for Lagos with 2 million Naira in 1 week?
And we're not talking about the places that people go to, real deep
I'm talking
places.
of food, no man. But see, you don't realize that fact. You keep castigating that which is us and ours. We keep doing that, acting as castigators, but this is the time to wake up. You know? See, we need to unlearn a lot of shiggy. So we start to now relearn and indoctrinate the reality of what we need. It's not to hate each other. It's to start to build the bonds. You know? And frankly speaking, music has become a tool. And these children are using it well.
And they're going to use it better if they.
But I heard sometimes when I look in the crowd, I find that there are more whites in the concerts being put out by our own children than even our people. It is time for our people to. Now, man won't give support to a person, 9 man is trying to stand strong person.
And this is a message I speak about on a daily basis in my shows, in everything. I always say, rather than compete, collaborate. If you collaborate, we move together. You don't leave anybody behind.
At all.
And that's why my
we
motto
move
in
stronger.
life, if I win, you win. And if I'm winning, we win together. You pull each other up. It's almost like the steps. Nobody's going to be going down if we're all pulling each other up.
My dear, you see, one simple principle that I looked at some time back, give me this hand. If I move this your hand up like this now, where my hand is?
It's up.
But if I leave your hand here down and I put my hand in, look, you say make it suffer. Where my own hand is?
It's on the other
It's
side.
down.
So I'm suffering here, you're suffering.
I'm suffering too. Why are we suffering each other? We should now understand that we need to find a way to create a balance for one another. You see, the system from long time has created this divide and rule methodology. And it is working even till now. In London, I find amongst Nigerians, there is even ethical divide. I find religious divide even here in London amongst Nigerians. When we are supposed to be building a bridge, because here you are supposed to have become the enlightened ones. You gain the Western methodology, but when you come back home, now you break traffic light pass. You there here, you see the way things they run, but you never come talk about the nonsense when that governor they do. You the wait make that man liberal when they for corner make him get voice to speak. Where's your voice? Are they not your people? Are we all not one? You call yourself diasporans. Just speak the truth to yourself. Would you be able to come home if home doesn't exist and is up in flames? We need to start to support each other. Look, the African artists coming for concerts, Africans should be gathering en masse to go there. Let's start celebrating us.
About time.
You know, can't shake on, you understand my point? Come on, man. Truth be told, though, that's precisely one of the things I think we need to start to build up. Let's start supporting each other. It's not just about entertainment, but entertainment is showing it. So many units.
So many places that we should be doing it.
We need to be picking each other up, one after the other.
And we just get stronger. It's almost like the links on a chain. If we build that link, it just gets longer, stronger, longer and stronger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, honestly, I like that. Edutainment. Remember that word. You heard it here first, yeah? All right, so we're going to move into your creative journey and evolution because you've been doing quite a few things in the background. So the first question that I was very curious was, when you create music, what comes first? Is it the message, the rhythm, or the emotion?
Okay. You see, the way you've broken it down, it looks like there is a structured pattern somewhere that people need to follow.
No.
Let me give you a small example. That part of the things that reshaped my thinking about things of this nature. I did a fella room for many hours, One early morning, 5:30 a.m. One bird just perched off fella window. And then the bird was doing this. fella said, Dede, I said, yes, fella. Say, they hear that bird. I said, I hear fella. He said, okay, listen again. He goes, listen again. The bird repeated it one more time. The thing just hit me. Boy, I said, ah, fella, your baseline. He said, for teacher. Dun, 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 dun. Now, check this out. This man got that from what? A bird. From nature.
The natural thing that we have.
From nature.
Wow.
Many times we want to think that it has to be one thing that, or one. No, see, certain things build and transcend structures written by man. So wanting to go through regimented or structured lines might not function really, because the arts is a spiritual realm.
I totally agree on that one.
And he or she who thinks that the dogma of wanting to stereotype is what the arts represents is lying about it. So there are no structures. It just might be that incident that occurred right in front of you that wakes you up to the value of what you need to express. Then you start to build upon it. And slowly you give it life. It might be a tune you heard from somewhere. Or like fella's case, the bird on the window pane. It might be a shoe you wore that you spent so much money on, and when you looked at it, you calculated the amount in naira. And then your heart caught. Because I remember the other day. We go oh my shoe. And they say, it's not expensive now, it's just 250 pounds. I said, 250 pounds. They say, hey now. I said, no, wait, look, stay. If like those days, I don't think. But now, with 100 pounds, 100 pounds, now 200,000 naira. They give us a 200, then a 400,000 naira.
Plus the 50.
Plus the 50, then a 500,000 naira. So come get them now. Holy mansion for ground where many people they hungry for home around me. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. No, girl. Misogyny. And every African needs to soji. Why are we following the designers, carrying their labels? Who are they? Who born monkey will be their billboard? Understand me.
You're feeding them rather than them appreciating what it is, you know?
They've taken so much from you. Why you now? Come on, man. So I said, no, I don't buy again. I will not, no. I stopped from there. Simple showing up women will fine. I'm okay with it. So if I wear them now, enter here, you're not going to drive me go outside. I hear now. I stay outside. She be na butter. I go see butter will be 30 pounds. And he fine. I go see butter will be 50 pounds. And he fine. And a good quality. So why would they deceive ourselves? They want po. Fucking me. Where you they carry the pogo?
Come take a 6 foot one down.
Yeah. And there are many Nigerians who have really made money here, truthfully, legally. Many. And they've not realized that this is the time for them to get back home to their people. You don't come home foolishly though, because I'll buy out. It's time for you to shine your eye, plan well, plot well, arrange well, and come and set up things that will benefit your land and you in return. Many people don't understand that it is when you people who have lived in a system and run and understood the system come home from time to time, not sometimes, but from time to time, that you leave the essence of that which you have learned in the people who are not living within that system itself. You're supposed to be the ones who are enlightened. But when you don't share enlightenment and you keep away from your people the way you can keep keeping away from your people, the value of the so-called enlightenment the African that you are has received is lost to the rest. Do I make any sense there, somebody?
Perfect sense.
I mean, think about it.
You guys have to think deeper. We're getting older. So
Ah.
you need to start thinking deeper. You know? It's a very important thing. So, as you guys have established, he's not just a musician, but a storyteller, a truth teller.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how he translates most of his messages to you through sound and through performances.
Mm.
So, what has been your most meaningful or emotional performance so far, and why does it stand out to you?
Very last performance at the African Shrine. Because at that time, they don't touch up a backbone. They don't, it was down, but not out. Because the bottom of the greed, they cave into anybody, Health-wise, it was down at that time, Not what they claimed. It was down at that time, it was a little down. And then, because I had just come back from the first NDLEA arrest and torture and torment, it was very degeneratingly dehumanizing. Where they put chain for fella hand, put chain for a leg, treat them like common criminal, bring them before the world, just because they claim say they catch Igbo with fella. I beg, who don't know say fella they smoke Igbo? So now Igbo can become essence of what they go take. Debase a man like that at that level, at that stage. But where did Igbo will they even find? They didn't talk about the torture of putting him in prison, depriving him of his own source of livelihood, of his essence of existence, musicology, which is something he always loved. Did they tell the level of degradation they put him through when they sent him into Kirikiri? A condemned criminal cell. But the man come out after that first arrest. They stage, they perform. At the end, Baba just say, Dede, come. So I climbed up the stage. And he gave the microphone to me. Say, sing this song for me, I beg. At the organization room. When you finish the song, come carry me to Calcutta. He gave me the microphone. And I watched him walk down the stage to the organization room. And I did the song BBC, Big Blind Country. And thereafter I went down, took him to Calcutta. That performance still haunts me.
Very, very emotional. Emotional side, and this is what people don't understand. And when you were, I wish I was around that era to be able to have experienced some of this, to be able to educate. And as you said, entertainment is where we're going to, so we just need to keep educating ourselves.
Oh yes,
as much as we can. So I can imagine that has lingered on to why you tell a lot of stories through your music, and you're truth teller, like I said earlier on. So which is a fantastic tool. And I hope that people who are on the lines, who will share it to other people and keep sharing it, as you know, we're in Black History Month, keep doing the rounds so that people understand their history. Because without knowing your history, you will not be where you are today, okay? So we need to really, really tune in. As for those who are just joining, this is the amazing Dede Mabiaku on here. Telling the truth. Telling the truth and telling it as... So, how do you balance creativity, activism, and personal peace in the world that demands so much of artists?
Um, when you use the word activism, it's been abused. I would rather say we should not find methods of striking balances. We should let things take their natural turn in essence. So I go with the flow all of the time. When it is wrong, I stand and speak it. Not because others chose to, but because I believe in it. That this be said for whatever reason it is. Because trust me, not only you Olodumare give to take care of for this world. And if you cannot understand that through you can express yourself correctly every time, then you never become the human being that you're meant to be. Me being that, I understand at least to a large extent that I would always express myself, not waiting for a sequence of events created by others or any paradigm created by others before my propagation of the essence itself. I say it, fight for it. I see there's any deal with one person for corner. They move along the year, I don't do. When police is beat one boy.
You stand up for what?
For no reason. You see, we need to understand that the world itself is waiting for us to soji, wake up. With many of us still they do like swear there. By being born a Nigerian, you are a multi-millionaire in any currency in the world. Because they owe us all. Till tomorrow, and they know it. And the truth of the matter is we belittle our values by belittling our essence every time. Many of us come here and don't keep our head high. We bring it down and want to go into the holes and nick. No, man.
Wake up.
You're a prince. You're a princess. We're kings. We're queens. We need to do things with essence, with value, with pride as Africans. But always remembering that there's home.
Very true.
Always remembering the essence of home. I did tell my friend the other day they studied some things. I don't want to call the group of people. But see the way that they live for England here now. You know, see how they back themselves up. Now we dey here strong before as a group of people, but we dey fight ourselves. Even among we dey fight ourselves. So united we are not. So strong we can hardly ever be. But that's not the strength I'm looking for. I'm looking for voices that will stop in this system what they're doing to our systems down there in Africa. Stand, speak, fight for it. Not by killing, not by destroying, by using...
What's up here?
What's up here, man?
That's very important. You know?
I beg now. You know? So, you get where I'm coming from in this whole... so...
And I'm sure the people too do, because, like I said, it's all about educating ourselves and understanding where we are. Like you said, everybody just needs to hold their head up high for the children that
hold each other up, man. No fear. That man and your brother, if he be bad person, the other people get bad people too.
So
can we not make a bad person good? We can. Are good people not turning bad? Yes, they are. So why can't we find ways to reverse the trend? Make the bad good and bring the good home. Hello? It makes common sense.
Powerful, powerful. If you could speak directly to the young artists who are tempted to fit in, which kind of ties in with what you were just saying, what advice would you give them about staying original?
First things first, I would plead with this new generation of musicians to please start to culture musicianship. You see, many of them do not play instruments, so there's a dearth of instrumentalists, quality instrumentalists amongst us as a people now, compared to what the number was by the population. You know, I think there can be an improvement. One, two, most important, They must start being content oriented. And you see, because the world is waiting for our content, your originality matters, because the content they want is not them, it's not their thing they want. No, they want to hear, something from Ikokoile, from the depth, from your village for Akwai Bomb, songs from your traditional groove for Benue, songs, those kind of things. We need to share these things with the world now. Urobo sounds, Shekri grooves, Ijo, Biba, heavy Yoruba polyrhythms. And let's start to bring it to the foreground our true essence. It will make the world change their values towards us. Right now, there's some comparative measure of regards, but you see, the returns are not being made by us mainly. Yeah, our young boys are making money now from music and what have you, from concerts. But the system back home is not gaining. They're milking us.
The money stays here, or in America, or wherever it does not go back to where it originates from.
We need to migrate essence back home, so that returns can be back home. It is enough now. It's high flight of our resources down here, which maintains their social service, their health service, their economic drive. Is by our monies, our own money, till tomorrow. So let's now start to find ways, without being destructive, productive, so I ask, of repatriating and reorienting. Look, people, they talk about what in Ghana they do of recent. No, it's noble. But are the African states really waking up? They can't wake up if you people here do not wake up quickly, because you are sitting where that mode of control exists. It is in the West. This is where they are pressing the buttons. They know our presidents are not qualified. They send every time, every turn of election, they send observers. Have you forgotten? UN will send observers. EU will send observers. Then they will go back and report, the election was free and fair. It was a very nice election that they had in it. Whereas they know, say they don't manipulate everything.
Yeah.
They have empowered destruction. They have empowered division. They have empowered dehumanization, degradation of the people, all in the name of election. It now ends up becoming selection. And it has to be their selection. So we need to start to wake up from diaspora. Start making your own noise. Make your presence felt in the motherland. Make things work in the motherland. Why many people so sorry to say, delivered? What do you live here? Your own people. The wish when you self get when you carry on coin here is needed there.
That was a jackpot.
I know when you think of certain interesting things that the telephone is beginning to expose to the world, I ask myself, are people really checking what's happening with the phone? You Google now, they will tell you that space travel, medical science, name it, technology and technological advancement are all tied to one thing called the binary code. What is the binary code? Simply put, Odwifa. Hello. That's ours. But do we realize that?
No, I don't think they do.
Are we awake to the reality of the fact that we are sleeping right now?
I totally believe that.
Your forebears created what is controlling the present, which they call AI now. Àwọn babala babawa. They put these units together, zeros and ones. But we have been submissive to this style created by the so-called Western technocrats, where they make us from our entire region go through education which is for servitude and for subservience, instead of us to wake up now and realize that we need to start to learn those things that are of essence, the African ways, traditions, cultures, history, which is important. Many of the inventions in the world today, patented, were made by black men. But how are we seeing ways to balance this when we are not valuing ourselves in the present, to know that our forebears created this path for our present day? We need to wake up, start to unlearn what we have studying, so we now start to sit in that which is ours the right way round, so that it will be better for the motherland, and at the end better for the whole world. Because if it's not better for Africa, it's not better for them new. If we know that they're not going to rest, nothing last for this world. If Africa no rest, Africa no find peace, the world will never find peace.
True.
Because that's the truth.
That's the truth.
The entire world can never do without Africa.
They need us.
Our natural resources, our human resources, our spirituality, our knowledge, our essence, and our power is vital for the world. And they know it.
Powerful. See, guys, I told you should be watching the lives, that something good was going to happen, and this is it, okay? So, looking back at your journey, what has life taught you about purpose and perseverance?
It has made me realize that when people talk about purpose, they seem not to focus on what the essence therein holds. What's your purpose? It's not your duty. Your purpose is your service. It's what you have to offer. But you see, you can't give what you don't have. So how well do you understand you, dear African? I'm not speaking to anybody else now. How well do you know you? How well do you love you? How well do you value you? How well do you understand the gifts entrusted upon you by the Supreme? Oludumare. That is where you should start from all the time. I be African. What will be our ways? They tell us all kinds of things, but your purpose here is to give true value to the world. But that service of the real African, the true African. Because the world needs us. That will be center. If center not balance, the whole structure not fit balance. But we don't want to balance. You can only balance when you learn. See, because from Kalakuta, my experience with Fela, I gained certain knowledge that taught me to use certain phrases, like I say, when you learn, you earn. You earn knowledge.
Marvel, remember what we spoke about on the radio show last week?
When you learn, you earn. When you earn that knowledge, you will earn values. When you learn, you earn.
Values.
When you earn the values, you will earn stability. Africa needs this. But added to that, when you train, you gain. People, I know, you must train in how to know you, train in how to feel you, train in how to taste you, train in how to examine you, train in how to train you. See the way I put it? When you train, you gain.
Powerful.
gain stability. When you train, you gain. After that, you gain confidence. Because man, when I drive motor, when I enter with the motor, if kill himself or keep people plus himself join. Man, when I drive motorcycle machine, or can I when go climb up and on you got broom by your law. But when you got the confidence, now you go see the Lewis Hamilton, then they shackle Lori steering, man. So when you gain the confidence, you'll be able to transcend that level of one who doubts, that level of one who's not sure. You will with confidence express that gift that you've been endowed with. After that, when you train, you gain. You gain acceptance. Because now they will accept you as you, your value, your essence. See, these things I learned from Kalakuta, no lie. When you learn, you earn. But now me phrase them the way I phrase them, based on which I study.
Exactly.
When you learn, you earn. And when you train, you gain. Africans need to start to learn now. Learn about you, your culture, your tradition, your ways, your ethics. Analyze them, not fear. Don't use what they said. History, their history is not. It is his own story. We need to, look, see. The hunters told a story. We, the hunted, we have our story. And there are many places where our stories still exist. It is time for us to dig them out, unearth them, share them. Look, they're in storage here. Things about us. They're in storage in this land. In their museums, in their galleries. Our stories are hidden inside. And there's nothing so difficult as to come together. When you come together and ask with one voice, who won't answer you? We're not together yet. Why? We need that revolution now. People think of revolution. I'm not calling for the kind of revolution they're calling for. I'm calling for human revolution. The mindset must change. The thought processes must change. We must start to value each other better now. That's the truth, though. I beg, never be no me. I don't yab anybody, but I speak my truth. Too many things are wrong, but we keep passing the buck, trying to call this guilty, call that guilty, say this one is wrong, that one is wrong. We're all aware of the madness the politicians are exhibiting. We're all aware. But are we going to say that because we're aware of it, we are not going to try to be a better group of people? We're not going to try to synchronize with what we require?
Yeah.
I'm not just saying we require it. The people desire it. Homeland calls for it. So this is a time for all of us. I plead from inside the depth of my heart for all of us to wake up to the reality of what this whole thing is showing to the world. Through music, they are beginning to pour out more reverence now to us as a people. There is now focus back at us. What are we doing with that focus? Are we converting it into what is necessary and what is required, or are we leaving it so that it turns out comatose and with no essence and value? I beg for the first. Let's build. May it not go comatose.
Amen. Amen. So what's one misconception people often have about Dede Mabiaku, and what's the truth?
Misconception. They don't think everything with their own thing. The truth be said, we are just that simple, people servant, humble, nice. I'm not there for rah-rah. I'm just peaceful and happy, simple, straightforward. I'm not there for that means Josh, don't worry. This one day now, which you want, this you look for again. This is one of those people they look for contract, they look for one big thing. Just that simple African, willing, ready to serve the people, always standing for the people, and will give my life and all for our people. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
See, this is interesting, One truth that the world has not been told. Many years ago, if you smoke in both of Nigeria, they go beat you, your parents, what friend you bang! The police go catch you. Then they go lock you. Then they go take money from your parents. God release you. Okay. For Kalakuta, the fella can start to do one thing. He can start to extract oil from Igbo seeds. He can't call them guru. They hear me so. So this guru, some of what they rub on top cigarette, or you rub on top the Igbo self, can't smoke on top, or you go leave the guru itself. So fella was talking about the efficacies and the healing powers of this. He carried and travel self.
Wow.
Yes. For 92 November, when we come European tour, we carry 2 jars of guru.
Wow.
Now, this is the thing they beat us for. All of a sudden, and nearly all the hospitals all over the world now, in Europe and America, go around, you will see written there boldly, CBD available. What is CBD?
It's not the word.
Not the Igbo. The thing when Ferrado invent, see, my sister. And they will say, this is true, true talk. That is what they are using now for cure. This word.
They make money from what has been done by.
Thank you. They package it and use it and make money from what has been created by us. It's time for us to start packaging and handling properly and making our own returns from what is ours. Cocoa, they turn out to chocolate. Now then, our gold, they store inside their place. They turn the rest to this. Would go they carry them as this is for next. They take the dollar. You see, there's so much that we need to really look at. What are we? Who are we? What do we need? Your people. Are you? What do we need? You too are part of that we. We must all start seeing ourselves for what we are. Yeah. Africans who are in need of peace, in need of growth, in need of food, in dire need of shelter, in need of love, in need of stability, in need of the rule of law, in need of oneness, devoid of neocolonialism. Period.
That's absolutely fantastic. And I hope everybody's learning from this, to be honest with you. So what's next for you? Any projects, any performances or causes you are excited about?
I told you, I just roll the flow. I have concerts, loads of concerts when I get back to Nigeria to end the year. And after that, I just take it a little easy and then go into the next stage. Mm-hmm. Everything keeps creeping in as they creep in. As they come, we go. They come with flow.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I just believe in the principle of the jungle. There's a rumble in the jungle. So, guy, don't stumble. Because when you stumble, you fumble. Mm-hmm. When you fumble, you rumble.
That's
when you rumble, well, you're just in a rumble.
Yes.
So, Father, amen.
Oh, wow. See how we flow there. See the flow, guys. It's all good. It's all good. Right. If you can leave your audience with one message tonight, what would it be?
Respect Africa. Respect Mother Africa. If you don't respect your mama, people not going to respect her. By showing respect to yourself, you're showing respect to your mother. We need to start to build the true essence of who and what we are for the world to value them all. We are far better industrially than China ages ago. But the West didn't give that chance for that to happen. They killed everything over there. You have enough finances to make the economy thrive over there. No matter the governance that happens, if the private sector stands, the land stands. Mm-hmm. Because what you put in the land stays there. You build your empires out of the land, they remain where you built them. But you, by virtue of where you are placed, can change the sequence of events. Don't dance to their tune. I'm not saying carry gun and start to fight. I'm just saying be real. It's time for Africa to stand better.
And just speak your truth.
Speak your truth all the time and be you. Be authentically African. Look for your foods. Eat them. There's power in them. Speak your language. There is power in it. Wear your African clothes, your fabrics, represent you. There is essence in it. Then you start to know that you have to build that which is us, the right way around.
Very powerful.
Peace.
Very, 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 very powerful. Finally, how do you want Dede Mabiaku to be remembered for many generations to come?
When I just put that there, he rocked till he dropped.
I like that. I like that. I like that. It's true. It's true. It's true. No, honestly, you've enlightened a lot of us with so many things, and it's one of the conversations before I got here that I had with a friend, and I said to her, if I move to Nigeria, you see all this English outfits, I'm going to just give everything away. I am going to strictly go back to my African prints, the Ashokis, the Adires, and wear it with pride.
You can start here.
I've started already.
So continue.
I've started.
I don't reverse.
I'm just going deeper.
This has to win Martin.
I've started already. It's just a gradual process. Okay. How we go to
transit? To understand it. Sometimes it starts with your thought process. But don't forget, the mind is the power of the man. Develop your mind.
Very important.
Make your mind more African. You'll be amazed the essence of the power you carry. Develop your mind.
We have to.
Great words.
And they've already used it. They're using music to educate us, edutain.
Yes.
Very powerful word. Very powerful. And I hope those who are releasing songs kind of do the same thing too.
Yeah, let them wake up to the reality of it. It's about time.
Yeah.
Because you see, if you go into our culture, the rudiments of our culture is built on the bedrock of values, morals, lessons, teachings. That's it. You see Yorubas, Iwe kiko, laisi oko, ati ada, koipe o, iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́, a máa jalè. Ethics. Those are the values we're talking about, and I want all of us to just pick on those, you know what I mean? It's simple now. I'm going to do your thing. That's what I've just said.
And now that you have a world of technology at your hands,
we shall now Africanize it.
And use it to the best of our ability to achieve what we need to achieve, which is fantastic. And it's amazing messages that you've given everyone. So, Dede, I just want to thank you so much for sharing so much of your wisdom, your truth, your energy with us tonight. Your words remind us that music is more than sound. It's a movement. We celebrate you and your legacy to come. Honestly, because we need to wake up.
So, one time.
We need to seriously wake up. And I'm not going to
Africa,
go to bed and wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes, open your ears, open your mind. Open your mind. It's so important right now.
Important.
Yeah. So on that, I will say thank you. Thank you for all those who joined us. And I hope you'll be sharing this for many to have that edutainment, because we're all in entertainment here. Because you do come on here for entertainment to actually hear. But there's a magical message in this. Wake up. Wake up and don't sleep.
No, don't sleep.
All right, people. I just want to say thank you for listening to Just with Kemz. Couch Conversations, always adding value to you. I want to say thank you for taking time out. I know some of you probably watching football, watching whatever, but you're taking that time to join us tonight. But just share it. Share it to your children. As you know, in the UK and some other places, we're doing Black History Month. This is your Black History all in one bit. So make sure you do your thing and add value. Educate the person next to you, in front of you, beside you, and even your children, because they're the next generation coming up as well. So on that note, I just want to say thank you and have a wonderful night. Okay? Peace out.
Cheers off. I hear you.
Finish that off.